Yo, this is the Black Room Experience. B.L.A.C.C. Room, Black, Latin, Asian, Caucasian Conversation. Me and my nigga in here. You already know what it is. We gonna touch on something that's gonna make a lot of people uncomfortable. That's gonna make a lot of open-minded people think. And it's gonna hopefully change some minds around here. Because as somebody that's done the work, elevated, educated myself, looked into a lot of the history, took a step back from the streets, the hood shit, it made me really look at the world different. From the perspective of a father, from the perspective of a man in America, as a black person, it made me really look at certain things. Once you grow past certain things, you start to kind of change your mind and change your ways and stuff like that. And I think it's very important for us to speak on certain issues because the world is becoming evil more and more as the days go by. I know a lot of people like to talk about Jim Crow, slavery, stuff like that. And it was evil times then too. But what we got now is a perpetuation of it and what you call, it's like a snowball effect compared to how we grew up or, 20, 30, 40, maybe even 50 years ago. It's becoming ramped up again. So we need to start speaking on it from a clear lens, from an unbiased lens, and from a place of introspection and being able to actually dive into the psyche and the details of the situation. What you think?
I think it's absolutely correct. It's like forward progression is the key. Forward progression is the goal to the advancement of our culture, we as a people, you know what I mean? Us as a human race, forward progression, like we need to learn to not forget the things that are happening, but not keep indulging in it, not keep basking in it. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as our history, for one, we need to fully know our history. You know what I'm saying? Not just, certain segments or certain parts of history. And then we just be emotionally driven off of that. Mm-hmm. We need to know our history fully and then say, okay, what can we do to forward progress to not repeat what is going on or to advance it? So it's like when people, give their opinion, because we're going to talk about opinion a lot this podcast, but when people give their opinion on certain things, you need to be fact-based and fact-backed when speaking on certain things, I think. I think it helps push everything forward for the advancement of critically thinking, having a sense of urgency when thinking about certain things, and knowing situational awareness about a lot of stuff.
All right, so let's get right into it. The most recent thing that happened was a very shocking situation with Charlie Kirk, 31-year-old advocate, political guy running politics. He was a conservative. He did debates. He did speeches. He did a lot of work. He organized. He did things for the community. He did a lot of work amongst the people in his very short life. I know a lot of y'all won't understand, but 31 is very young to be dead and gone. He had 2 young kids, 1-year-old, I believe, and a 3-year-old.
Yeah, I give my condolences, man.
Condolences for sure. And this needs to be said. I don't agree with everything that Charlie Kirk said.
For sure.
I don't agree with everything Charlie Kirk did.
For sure.
But at the same time, what a lot of y'all are failing to realize is tribalism destroys everything. When you just say, "Oh, well, this is your opinion. I don't feel that way, so you're over there and I'm over here." That don't help anything. There's people. The world goes around with people that can disagree, but still be decent towards each other, still work together, still move in the right direction. That's the way the world grows. If you are going to only draw the line in the sand for people that you agree with what we talk about all the time, echo chambers, these fucking algorithms and stuff like that, they train you to do that.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Exactly. And when you see other people, it's like, oh, well, I don't dare to be different. I'm afraid to be different. I'm just going to go along with everybody else that looks like me. That's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Because when it's real and when the shit hits the fan, you ain't going to go along because you're a coward. Let's be real. You're not going to go along. When it's inconvenient for you and it's a little bit too much and it makes you reflect on yourself, you ain't going to go along.
Yep.
So for y'all to get up in arms about this whole Charlie Kirk situation, I'm going to back out a little bit because I don't want to get all the way into that. For y'all to just get along and go along and just be so one way about this Charlie Kirk situation, ask yourself from a different perspective, are they seeing it that way? You know what I'm saying? For the people that learned from this guy, changed their life and did better, whether it was the Christian values or it was the girl that was in college that wanted to start her OnlyFans and maybe she went to his rally and learned that she was worth more. All the stuff that you could pull from it, what they say, chew the meat and spit out the bones.
Yeah.
Y'all don't understand how that may affect lives moving forward.
True.
As far as you tripping off your feelings and all this other shit, you don't understand how this guy could have possibly changed the world. You don't know that.
Yeah. He's
changed hundreds, maybe thousands of lives. You don't know that. Whose life are you changing? That's the question. If you can look in the mirror and say, I'm doing just as good, then you could talk about this guy. If you can look in the mirror and say, I'm doing my part, then you can talk about this guy. But it should never be a situation where you sit back and you say, oh, well, I don't give a fuck who died. He didn't like black people. Or I don't give a fuck who died. He didn't have the same views as me.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy work.
That's insane, right?
Yeah, that's crazy just to judge a person off a snippet, a 30-minute snippet or a few minute snippet of him saying certain things that could be actually fact-based, scientifically proven. You know what I'm saying? A lot of different things. For you to conjure up a hate because of his opinion and you still have your own opinion that's not aligned with his. Not defending all the things that he said, but I too agree with a lot of things that he said and his point of views on certain issues and certain world issues and things that's going on that would help forward progress our culture. Not only, his culture, our culture too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like everybody has that aspects of thinking that they can't learn from the next person because they feel like they may be racist or hate fueled or stuff like that. You can learn from anybody.
Exactly.
Anybody. That's from the CEO in the corporate room to that bum on the street. That's a wide spectrum that everybody can learn from. And you could have learned something from this guy, in Charlie's.
What I don't get is we've been told since we was little bitty kids that knowledge is power. Mm-hmm. But y'all shoot the shit out of the messenger all the time. No pun intended, but y'all do that all the time. Y'all try to sit up here and say, oh, well, I don't like the way this person dressed. I don't like the way this person looked at me. I don't like their tone.
Yeah. I don't like the
Bro, it's really, really, really time to grow up. And this needs to be said too, because a lot of that shit that you see in that tone policing and all that shit, that's feminism.
Oh yeah.
It's feminism. And a lot of you niggas, well, a lot of you dudes out there,
men.
Or
no boys.
So-called men. Y'all are the product of a bitch, a hurt bitch. Let's be honest. You are the product of a hurt bitch. That's why you in your feelings all the time about shit that don't fucking matter.
Emotional
when I get to feeling this way is because I know better.
Man.
I've seen the work. I've seen it unfold. I've sat back and I've watched and I've observed different cultures, a variety of things. And that's how I made my conclusion about certain things. Mm-hmm. So it's frustrating when I'm trying to tell somebody something and all they worried about is your tone.
Yeah.
All they worried about is, oh, well, you ain't got no degree. Or how am I listening to you? You a man.
Credentials and tone.
Bro, what the hell?
That gives the scale of what a man is perceived to be.
Right. It's insane, bro. It's insane. You are a clear product of the problem that's wrong. And what kills me is, you know how many people I've seen that say it's fake?
What?
Yeah.
For real?
They say it's fake. I'm like, dude, you living in the world with AI. You don't know the difference between real and fake.
Let's get to that point though.
But I'm just saying, like, your eyes should be ready for that. And then on top of that, there's so many people that'll sit back and be like, oh well, I shouldn't care. Why should I care? I don't know who he is. What about Sandra Bland? What about this? What about that?
Oh yeah, everybody always reverts back to what about?
Right. The issue is not that. Think about it in context. You saw a man get murdered, shot in the fucking neck in front of thousands of people. You saw it.
Yeah.
This wasn't something that you didn't see. So that aspect needs to be brought into the situation. Not only that, but nobody laughed at the fact that Sandra Bland was killed, except for a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yes.
So for you to come at your own people about a situation that happened between white people, it's a little twisted.
Yeah.
But then you want to talk about who's the slave and who's the master.
Man.
You are doing exactly what you saying other people are doing.
Yeah.
Now, if a person is defending their decency, how are you calling this person a coon?
Yeah.
I don't want to see nobody get killed like that. Yeah. I don't give a shit what color they are.
That's cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded murder. And it's like, if I say, oh, I feel this way about Mike Brown, I go do marches, I go protest, I get tear gas.
Yeah.
All of that shit I went through.
Yeah, he actually got out the fucking house off behind a computer and went out and
I went through.
Okay.
I went and made music about this shit. This shit hit me deep, you know what I'm saying? Then if I do all of that, it's cool. But if I see with my own eyes, a guy that's actually trying to do good by his own merit, the way he believes is good. He's 31. He could learn all type of shit later. I give you a prime example. How was Malcolm X when he finally realized that white people wasn't the ultimate evil by nature? When he went to Mecca, and then he came back and he was like, "Damn, I didn't know white people were Muslims." Yeah. But I'm the poster child for Muslims over here, and I didn't even know that. Yeah. He was past 30. Mm-hmm. So who's to say Charlie Kirk couldn't run into somebody and be like, damn, that kind of changed my perspective.
Yeah. And like, you know what? I didn't see it from that point of view.
Right.
Because he's open-minded and has a willingness to learn and say, okay, I don't want to be like the sheeple, but let me actually sit down and go talk to some people, not from this, college point of view, but let me actually go to the South and actually talk to some elders. Let me go talk to some people that actually been through some things so I can get a different perspective and point of view on certain things. Right. To maybe change myself so I can receive that information and then forward progress from there.
I'm going to tell you, man, a lot of these white people, they don't know.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Know. They never had a conversation with a real black person.
It's their ignorance.
Right. They're ignorant. A lot of them don't know. They don't know what it's like. Like they see Jim Crow and all that shit is so long ago that it don't affect us. Yeah. They don't know about gerrymandering. They don't know about red taping. They don't know about your grandma coming home and telling you shit that she learned when she was a kid about looking white people in the face. Yeah. Or her fears seeing you go out or interact with white people or your grandma or your grandpa's fear about you dating somebody outside your race and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. They don't know. Yeah. They wasn't taught that same shit. They don't see the fear that we were raised under when it's a cop coming to your neighborhood. Yeah. So a lot of times they might say some ignorant shit, and it's that understanding that will help you in the end, because tribalism helps nobody. Nobody. Man. If you're going to always say, oh, I'm against them because they're against me, then it's going to keep going. That's all it's going to do.
Man, that's crazy. You know, I'll just insert this story real quick. It's crazy because you saying that how they're, you know, most people are ignorant or white people are ignorant, don't know because about the culture. Mm-hmm. I was working at a job real quick. And they hired this new manager. He listened to other people about me and formed this opinion in his head about me, or this vision in his head about me because of what he heard. Yeah. Maybe 2 months in, I was working and I probably only said like 5 words to him this whole time, right?
Yeah.
And I could tell that he wanted to, seeing him work with other people, I could tell he wanted to know more about black people, but he just didn't know how to do it.
A lot of times they scared to figure out because all they see is gangster shit.
Yeah.
Hear the rap music, shoot them up, bang, bang. And then they see that we really ain't about wasting time and all that other bullshit. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you good. So, and I didn't know anything about, I know a little bit about credit and stuff, but I didn't know how to repair my credit. I didn't know how to go out and get home loans. And I knew, you know what I mean? Cause ear hustling one day, he was telling some people that he used to be a loan officer, you know what I mean? And help people get, their credit fixed and all the blah, blah, blah and so forth, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm like, okay, cool. One morning I got up, went to him. We were doing inventory at the work and I said, come on, what I did. I said, I want to know all the shit that he know. But I know he want to know the shit that I know so he can actually speak and talk to people so he can have a relatable conversation with black people. You know what I'm saying? So he's not in fear of dealing with them. So I told him, I said, look here. I said, I'll make you a deal. I said, 1 question a day. I get 1 question, you get 1 question.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I said, and it could be anything that you want to ask, whether it's about culture, whether it's about me, black people, anything, you know what I mean? So I kind of baited him into it. And I said, and I get 1 question, I can ask you anything that you want to ask. That I want to ask. He said, okay. The very first question was, why do they call black people porch monkeys?
Wow.
He's from the country. He don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I explained it to him. You know what I'm saying? I can give, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, people in the South, we
already know. Good.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, and I explained to him. He like, man, I didn't know that. He was like, I didn't know. And I said, yeah. He's like, so what's your question? I said, how do I fix my credit? And he thought I was going to ask him, oh yeah, what about country living? What about this? No, I want to know everything that you know. Yeah. Everything I asked him from that day was, related to how to improve my lifestyle, how to improve my life for my kids.
How to play the white game.
Yeah. How to improve my lifestyle for my kids and everything and shit. And the more that he asked me, his questions got more in depth. Like, okay, how do black women hair is this, or how do black women do this, or how do black men do this? Why do you guys do this, or why do you guys think this tastes differently? And you know what I mean? So he's learning more about black culture.
Right.
I say that to say this, that 1 question for me to actually talk to him and all this shit saved this dude's life. Not only did it save his life because of dealing with disgruntled customers and shit like that, where we were working, it saved my life because when I went to jail, the jail over in the county refused to give me my medicine at the time, and I ended up encouraging him to be a nurse. He went off, became a nurse, got his degree and everything. Guess who was a nurse at the county when he got back from vacation?
You never know.
Saved my life.
You never know.
Saved my life.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I always ask questions. I always, even as a little kid, I was like, why? Why this? Why that? I wonder how they feel about this, how they feel about that. And you know me, man. I was always like,
bucking the system.
And I was always like, not anti-white, but anti their bullshit.
Yeah.
Until I had to grow up, and I'm like, you feel like, right. You feel like this, and I get it. But in our lifetime, if we want something to change for our kids, if we want something to change before we die, we got to stop doing the same things. We got to get out of that victim mindset.
Man.
As much as we are victims, we get it. It's things that they don't even know that they still benefit from. But steadily trying to convince them and looking up to them as if they owe us something, it's not going to help.
Yeah, it makes them feel superior constantly.
Exactly. Sitting around, you know we're not going to get no reparations. They give every other race reparations. We're not going to get it. You know why we're not going to get it? Because they don't take us seriously.
Yep.
Because the second something happens, we get all emotional. And I get it. We're the youngest race of people on this planet. We're the youngest race of people. We are the oldest, but we're also the youngest. What I mean by that is the American black is the youngest.
True.
Like, we've been stunted. Our growth has been stunted, all that stuff. And we still adopt some of the same toxic traits, like how we applaud the negativity.
Yeah.
How we look at that dude that's the killer and the dealer. We look at him like, oh my God, that's that nigga.
Yeah.
And how we look at, like, what, this some new shit, because we didn't used to applaud being a hoe as much as we do now.
No.
But look at how these females and these dudes, they'll go to a Sexy Red concert and they'll stand under her, look up at her like she's a god or something by saying her booty hole brown. You don't realize how ignorant we are?
Man.
But to say that, I'm a coon. The world is flipped upside down. Yeah, anybody with sense is the bad person. Mm-hmm. The person that actually cares, that does something for their community, that actually will go out and fight on the front lines, that organize marches, that has NAACP speeches and does all this work.
You Uncle Tom.
Oh yeah, I'm the big coon that don't give a shit. But the nigga that don't take care of his kids, the nigga that refuse to do volunteer work, don't correct these little niggas when they out of order. The female that's out here spending more money on fucking hair and shit to look like a white woman instead of being a proud black woman. You know, the one that's on Section 8, the one that don't give a fuck about nothing but her damn weed and her motherfucking drink. That's the real black woman. What the fuck are we doing?
We're being counterproductive as a whole.
Bro, this is the shit that pisses me off. Because I sit back and I go, all right, your mama wasn't shit. Your daddy wasn't shit.
Yeah.
I remember you as a kid talking about that exact same shit. Then you turned out to not be shit.
Yeah.
And then you want to talk about somebody else who was doing something with their life?
Yeah.
Bitch, go to hell. Go to motherfucking hell, man. That's how I feel about it. But we taking this situation with Charlie Kirk as just an example because this is where my frustration is coming from. I said condolences. A couple other people said condolences.
Yeah.
We spoke about the effects that this might have on the country politically, emotionally, all of that, how it might affect the future generations.
Yeah.
And just on time, right on time, you see all these motherfuckers having a problem with somebody having condolences. I don't give a fuck. Who the fuck is that? Something happened to Kirk Franklin?
Yeah, that shit's the dumbest shit ever. That shit started to piss me off, and then be like, everybody hop online, and instead of actually going to go look up Charlie Kirk or watch a couple videos and be like, oh, okay, well, that's that dude that used to speak. They hop on. I don't know no Charlie Kirk. Only Kirk, what is the only Charlie I know is Charlie Wilson. Only Charlie I know is Charlie Brown. Well, you stupid and you're inside a fucking box and you're very socially unaware of what the fuck is going on. Not saying that you have to be indulged in the political aspect, but you got to know what's going on and know, to see the landscape of where things are going. Yeah. Because when we were speaking about a civil war, everybody lost their mind. Like, I'm gonna do this, and such, and you're just Twitter figuring it. You just Twitter figuring it. And you just like, yeah, because this such and such. You ain't do that much talking when they did when they killed George Floyd. Right. Or when they killed Trayvon Martin. Right. These is public slam. Matter of fact, you didn't do all that motherfucking talking when they killed your nigga. Right. Or your homie. Or your homegirl. Y'all, everybody always claiming that they ready to do this and they were willing to do that. Well, hop your ass out in the field. Right. Put them fucking cleats on. Get out there. Ain't nobody seen you in no marches. Ain't nobody see you doing nothing. Nobody condone the looting and all that craziness. But until we do something that speaks out, that says, hey, we're tired of looking up to these people. We're tired of feeling inferior. We're tired of this. So yeah, we're gonna lash out until we decide to come together and move forward and make a fucking change, whether it be peacefully or disgruntledly. You know what I'm saying? Until then, we're not going to win. We're not going to forward progress. And for all you motherfucking For all you people, white, black, matter of fact, no. For all you black people that's out there saying that people feel a certain way because we're showing empathy. I wouldn't even say empathy, like, we're giving condolences to someone that got killed in cold blood, regardless of what his belief and his opinion is, that we're coons or we're Uncle Toms and we just, we that dude from Steven from Django, you know what I mean? And shit like that. That shit is whack. You know what I'm saying?
Whack as fuck.
And you're a fucking hypocrite. Because when you go to your job, your work, your place of work, your place of employment, and your Caucasian boss walks out there and says, mop that floor or go clean this out. Mm-hmm. You showed up late. You ain't supposed to do this. You ain't do this. You don't say, look here, white man, get out my face with that. I don't do this, such and such and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm pro-black. I'm strong. I'm this, I'm that. No, you say, yes, sir. You tuck your motherfucking head and you keep down and you go do your shit. Right. Or when that motherfucker come to your house, say, house inspection for your Section 8. Mm-hmm. Let me hurry up and clean up my house and let me get shit together and let me put this dog over here and let me put this over here. Nigga, wake your ass up. You can't be here. You gotta be gone. We can't do this for my kids. This for my kids. You've been on not house arrest, but you've been on Section 8 for the last 15, 20, 25 years.
And you ain't did nothing better to get yourself out there.
And you haven't forward progressed. What money have you saved? What money have you doing? And I'm not speaking to nobody specifically. I'm talking about our culture. I'm talking about all the way from the south to the north, from the east to the west. What are you doing in life?
Yep.
How you come together? What are you doing in life to forward progress?
Basically what he's saying is, how you gonna sit up here and do all this motherfucking talking? You like that little ass shih tzu that's behind the cage and shit, doing all that damn barking, all that bullshit Twitter fingers. But as soon as that cage open, you quiet. You quiet as a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. You ain't finna do none of that shit you talking about. The difference between you and us is we gonna sit up here and be like, okay, if it's some bullshit, I'm gonna speak on it. And if it go to the next level, I'm gonna handle that too.
We're gonna put them cleats on.
We're gonna go the diplomatic way. Yeah. We're gonna sit at tables with people, and we're willing to actually go hurt something if it come to that.
Protect
but you ain't got that type of shit on the line though. That's why you feel so comfortable talking like that. We make up 12% of the population. It ain't getting no better because bitches keep killing our kids. It ain't getting no better because y'all keep putting niggas out here on the streets that's murdering over hurt feelings.
Man.
We make up 12% of the population. Who the fuck we going up against?
We don't condone violence, but we do encourage self-defense.
Exactly.
Period.
But my point is, who the hell are we going up against? It's better to work with people than to try to always go head up, blah, 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 blah. How's that helping?
Yeah.
You can't win.
You know why? Because they're not thinking from a warrior aspect because they don't have that heart. They don't have that heart. They don't have the heart to one, listen, learn, and say, okay, let's be diplomatic about this before we get into some gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking real gangster shit, not emotionally charged bitch nigga gangster shit. I'm talking about sitting down. Okay, we're gonna handle shit accordingly. We're gonna handle shit strategically. You know what I'm saying? Not that way that y'all keep thinking. You know what I'm saying? So when we speak on that, that's what we mean.
Man, the chick came at me, and this is how I knew. I'm like, this shit finna go left. Because all I did was post condolences, and I said Charlie Kirk was shot by a transgender motherfucker, right? Now, look, this is what I see on Fox News. This is my first time. I get the call, Charlie Kirk just got shot. I turn on Fox News, this is what they say.
It's a fact check.
Right. I turn on Fox News, this is what the man say that was in the crowd. Motherfucker, I posted. Motherfucker, why you gotta say that last part? How you know it was transgender? I'm like, man, first of all, we talking about a white dude shooting another white dude. Why is you coming at a black dude about some shit that I'm just saying?
Yeah,
just saying condolences. Like, why does it bother you? Because you've been trained to get triggered by that. Yeah. The second somebody comes at the LGBT, something like that, ABC. Your initial response is defend them. I don't give a fuck if they hurt the black community. I don't care what type of psychopath they are. Defend them.
Yeah.
Because you've been programmed to do so. That's the reason why you bitches always running around here talking about if he say something about gay people, he must be gay. What fucking logic is that?
I have no clue.
That applies to nothing. If I don't wear Reeboks, that means I secretly like Reeboks.
Yeah. I don't try, one thing I'm not going to try to do is, you'll try to understand why people are ignorant in some facet because you want to teach them. Mm-hmm. You want to get them to a certain extent. Okay, well, in our culture, we don't want you to look bad. We want to teach.
I want to put a mirror to their face.
But when you deal with stupidity and stupid, there is no reason for us to understand stupid because stupid is and stupid fucking does.
You're right. I just want to put a mirror to their face to just show them, motherfucker, you a fucking clown. Look at all this makeup on your face, your big red shoes. You a clown.
Man, dancing.
Look at what the fuck you just said. You didn't even think that through.
No.
You just saying it based off how you've been programmed to speak.
How you feel in that moment. How you fucking feel in that moment. Crazy. You fucking stupid. And then when what they say when you posted the news clip to back your fact.
Statement. Yeah, you was right. I know. Cause I don't speak out of my ass, man.
That's, that says a lot of different things on a lot of different levels. For a person to, not even, when you said it, instead of them saying, hey, where did you get the information there? Mm-hmm. To try to educate themselves, like, okay, let me go see it for myself.
The thing is, they not going to ask for where did you get the information for some shit they want to believe.
Oh, I know.
That's the issue.
I know, but I'm just saying what a logical person would do. Yeah. I'd be like, hey, where you see that at?
Yeah.
Cause I'm challenging that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm challenging you as a man. I'm challenging you as a person. I'm like, okay, where did you see that at?
Yeah.
Cause I don't want you to get on here and say, for one, I want to know myself. And then two, I don't want you to look stupid and be like, all right.
Yeah.
Then if you said it, and I know that you're a credible person and what you're saying is, you said it was a female, right?
No. It's transgender.
No. Female that said it to you.
Oh yeah. The female.
So it was a female that said it to you. She doesn't live up to the guidance of a man.
Yeah, right. So her immediate reaction is to challenge the man. You're a man, but I'll accept anything a gay motherfucker say. I'll accept anything a woman say. But if a man say something, it's automatically not.
So yeah, that's why I'm saying I'm breaking it down in the layers of how it's perceived from someone with logic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, so we take it one more step. You ain't even have no remorse of this man getting shot in cold blood. You just like, you just
worried about that part.
You just defending this trans, or why you got to say it like that? You could have been like, oh yeah, hey, where did you find that? R.I.P. to, whoever dude was, you know what I'm saying? That's fucked up for him to get shot, murdered in cold blood in front of his wife and his kids.
And the reason why I specified transgender is because if it was a black male, what they say, a black man shot him. If it was an Arab man, they said an Arab man shot him. Yeah. But you can't say a transgender motherfucker did it because they want everybody to think that these people are angels, peace-loving angels. They want everybody to think that a man that's willing to go out and take a dick in the ass is a peaceful person. That's what they want to believe.
Yeah.
They want you to believe that that's the angel that you should trust your kids with. A man that don't even love himself. That turned his back on God.
Man, that's deep.
They want you to believe this motherfucker is the angel. The world has been turned upside down, man.
Yeah.
And somebody that says it like me, they be like, oh, well, why you always in your feelings? You feminine. Motherfucker.
But
if you don't care and you sit back and you just go along to get along, how is that masculine?
You less than a man. If you do that, they look at you less than a man. If you speak up, they look at you as feminine. But don't they want to be with more feminine men? So seriously. So how it's counterproductive.
Yeah. And then they wonder why we call them mad black women, because you always mad no matter what.
Yeah. So it's like, so you feminine, that makes you feminine. Don't you want to be with more feminine men? But then if you with feminine men, I don't want to be no feminine man.
Right. But then
make your minds up. Make lines clear.
Be clear. Be really clear. Y'all call any type of criticism, any type of correction, you call it bashing.
Sassy.
You know why you call it bashing? Because you're not used to men speaking up. You want men to be docile and have their fucking dick cut off and they balls put in your purse. That's what you call a man.
Hey, stop yelling at the camera. We don't like that tone. Okay?
I'm just, yeah. Let me check my tone as a man and
buddy?
speak very, quiet and shit like a good man.
Like a good beta.
Fuck out of here. That's what I'm saying, man. That's why I said, man, simps is like gay niggas that like vagina, man. I've been saying it. Everything about you is that of a gay man. But you just happen to like women. You do everything like a fucking female and just a bitch, but you like women. That's a gay nigga that like vagina.
Yeah.
Is it not? That's the same thing.
That's how. Is that being compared to if you speak on gay people, then you must be secretly gay?
No, that ain't the same. The thing is, everything about you is gay. Only thing you don't do is fucking snap your fingers and wear heels.
So you fake gay?
I'm just saying deep down, everything about them is a woman.
Yeah. So they fake.
They whole demeanor, all that shit is
because they were. I'm not saying all, but most were. You either playing that role so you can get some pussy, or you actually been raised by women,
which is weak too.
Yeah, and
playing the role to get some. That's weak too.
Yeah. You've been raised by women, and so you got their whole perception on life and their values, their standards, their morals and shit. The only thing that you ain't doing is being with the nigga that she wanted to be, which is you.
Yeah.
She trained you to be a whole hoe. She trains you to be a whole bitch. You know what I'm saying? You cower down. You don't speak up for yourself. Yep. A thing about our culture is individualism. You know what I'm saying? We really steer left from that.
Yep. Materialism.
You know what I mean? We really steer left with being different and wanting to be ourselves and wanting to stand out and do this so we can just be like, hey man, did you see such and such? Did you see? Everybody looks the same. Everybody wears the same thing. Everybody talks the same. Everybody wants the same fucking thing. That's why
the same little shit.
That's why you see
giving this is giving that.
That's why you see these motherfuckers niggas out here with niggas because they want the same thing as the women want, and then the women want the same thing as what the niggas want. So there's no lines. The only time they draw lines is when it's violent. When it's about the ABC people. When it's about anything that benefits them at the time, you know what I'm saying? It can be wrong, right, indifferent, or anything. If it's their way, it has to be their way. There's no gray area. There's no compromise.
Man, boy,
there's no nothing. Nobody has a sense of urgency anymore. Boy. Nobody has situational awareness anymore. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has common courtesy anymore. You know what I'm saying?
It's black and white though.
Yeah.
Let's touch on that.
Yeah.
Because y'all mindset is, if it ain't black, it's white.
Yeah.
If it ain't white, it's black. There is no gray area. There is no dark gray. There is no light gray. Y'all mindset is like, if I disagree with you on this, I'm completely turned off to anything else you have to say.
Yeah.
If I disagree with your tone, whatever else you have to say doesn't matter.
It's null and void.
And to me, that's the gist. And that's really the nucleus of why y'all ain't gonna like this. So that's the nucleus of why I feel like women shouldn't lead. Because everything you do is based on your emotion.
Emotionally driven.
Emotions can't lead nobody.
And this comes from a lot of females too. Not only females that's been in the public eye, but a lot of females that has done a lot of different interviews with this man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this isn't just an opinion of a man coming from a man telling a woman how it is. This has come from information and facts from other women, tons of women, white, black, all this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Period. You start name dropping these women. You know what I mean? You know.
I saw this one clip and it was Andrew Wilson and this girl was talking about, your Bible says all men are created equal. Look it up. It's in your Bible. He was like, what the fuck? He was like, that's the Declaration of Independence. Yeah. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm just like, they don't know, bro. How is it that y'all got all this information at your fingertips, yet you never educate yourself? You never go watch a documentary.
Because it's not convenient.
You don't have to read all these books, as people say. I read. But you don't even have to read if you don't want to. Go watch a doc. Somebody did the work for you. YouTube is right there, but you use it for nothing but watching music videos and fucking funny videos and pranks. Do the research, man. Find out why you feel the way you do. Find out what your grandmother, your great-grandmother went through. Find out what your great-great-grandfather had to go through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do the fucking work. Find out why you think it's cool to go walk around with blonde wigs on and shit. Find out why you think you're ugly without that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do the fucking work. Find out why it's so hard for a black man to get a decent job in certain instances, in certain situations. Find that out.
Man.
Instead, you want to get on here and just like, I'm the victim and fuck them. If we ain't right, fuck them. How is that helping? The whole point is, if you get tired of being in your situation, you're going to change your situation.
Man.
But you just basking in that shit and you don't give a fuck.
Comfortability.
Laying in filth. Pretty much.
Comfortability.
That's like you go over to somebody's house that's hoarding. As soon as you come through the door, you like, man, what the fuck? Look at the fuck. You think they think that when they go home? Hell no. If they did, they would change it. They probably ain't smell it no more.
Yeah, nose blind like a motherfucker.
Y'all are one of those people. A lot of y'all, not everybody, but a lot of y'all are one of those people. You've been in it so long. You've been indoctrinated with it so long, you don't even realize it's wrong.
Man.
You don't even get that. That's crazy to me, man.
Do y'all even have like sit and have thoughts and epiphanies when y'all getting high as fuck and be like, you know what? How do I change things? You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all got trouble family members, got trouble kids, you're a trouble fucking person, all this fucking shit. You see the things that you were doing wasn't working thus far. You see the stuff that you were doing in the past from your parents to you, from your aunties and uncle, it hasn't worked thus far. What? Yep. You never had that thought or that light bulb that goes off in your head. I'm like, man, I want to break this cycle and get out this box, and I want to try and do something different.
I want my kids to have a better life than me.
No, you know what they'll do? They'll be like, that's white. You acting white.
Yep.
Oh, you think you better? You think you better than us?
Go buy me an eighth.
Yeah.
Go give me a quarter. Like, really?
You think you better than us because you doing a little better? You think you better than us because you done got a little money or you done figured out some type of ways and you got a business or you got this? You think you better than us?
I'm going to tell you.
Wow. Like, instead of saying, hey, can my son come work with you so you can teach him how to do stuff? Because I know I look at you as a man. You know how many people come up like, man, you a man in our community, and look at me as a man in the community from a standpoint of being a father and actually taking care of business and taking care of family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
you already proved it. You stood on it about your kid.
And it's like a lot of people, instead of saying, hey, instead of tearing you down, I'm like, hey, what did you do to get there? Or what information do you have to help me get the help further along? You know what I'm saying? Instead, they'll rather go spend the money with elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? Not within the echo chamber that they want to be within. You know what I mean? They're not trying to build an economy, a circulating economy where, it depends on me, you, everybody around. But they want to put it off everywhere. How come they don't ask those questions of, hey, how can I help you further your cause or what you got going on? Right. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we back. My bad. We had some technical problems. I don't even know what caused that, but our audio stopped working, stopped recording. So yeah, we back. What we were going to speak about was, I don't want to get too heavy into the Bible and all that, but it seems like there's a lot of demonic shit going on. And what I mean by that is, like, we have become so desensitized to certain things to the point where just seeing that is nothing to people now. I remember my first time seeing somebody get shot and I was like, damn, this don't look nothing like the movies. It look different.
It looks real.
Yeah, to watch a soul leave a body was just like traumatizing.
Yeah.
But now people see it and they just like, oh, well, who cares? Because to them, social media is not real.
No.
They just see it as, oh, it's just part of life. It's just, man, cut the shit.
They think you can respawn, I think. I think people really think you can respawn.
I think so, too. That's why they don't take life serious. They never really been through nothing. To them, it's there, and this ain't real life, so it don't matter.
It'll never happen to me. It'll never happen to anybody I I know.
Right.
So good riddance.
Right.
Until it happens.
Right. And I think that's a product of just taking in too much information. Like when we were kids, I forgot who said, Tate just said this. He said when we were kids, we would all just watch the same show and they would come to school and talk about it. Yeah. Now everybody's watching all this different stuff. Like there's so many murder documentaries now. There's so much to deal with just murder and afterlife and all this stuff to the point where I think it's turning people off. I think it's making people think that this shit is fake. Yeah. You know, like even if you look at the way that porn desensitizes people. Yeah. That's causing relationships to fail and shit like that because you're looking at it and saying, oh, well, my girl don't do all that. Yeah. Or I get immediate gratification from this and I'm addicted to this and she ain't that. So, like, I remember being a kid, you see some titties, you like, oh, shit. Yeah, titties. On the close your eye. Yeah. But now it's like, that's nothing.
Yeah, now you see some titties, you just be like, oh, yeah, there's some titties. It's normal.
Yeah, bro.
You're like, what?
It's wild, man.
Cover your, what they say, what the parents used to say back in the day, cover your ears and close your eyes.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
But now it's gotten to the point where everything is accessible, available. Millions and millions of videos of whatever type of woman you want to see, whatever type of sex you want to see. Bro, that's why we in this state we in with this what do you call it? Perverted society?
Yeah, perverted. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like that type of thing makes a woman think that she has all different types of options when she's not getting satisfied, or she can't be satisfied, or if a man can't be satisfied, it makes him feel like, oh well, if I can't get it from this, I'm going to get it from this. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, there's no true intimacy where satisfaction comes into play to where it's like, okay, that's enough. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just that more and more, it's just that more and more type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that. And it's wild because you look at it and you go, if, I don't know, like, if I'm in a relationship and I really, really care about a person, what am I doing with her that's different from other people? It makes you wonder. Or you look at it and you go, I had a conversation with this girl one time from L.A., man, and I asked her a simple question because I was trying to figure out what's her mindset. I said, what's more intimate, kissing or having sex? She immediately said kissing. I'm thinking like, damn. Like, back in the day, that would have never been a thing. Like, you had kissing booths. Yeah. Kissing was seen as nothing. Yeah. Now, and even in movies, like, people kiss all the time, but do they actually penetrate and all that? Like, now these days, it's like their minds have flipped to the point where it's like, oh no, I ain't kissing nobody, but I'll open my legs to them, let them enter my body, give me potential diseases and get me pregnant, but I will not kiss nobody. Yeah, that's crazy.
I never thought about it. I mean, I thought about it, but I never thought like you letting someone enter inside of you, not only just inserting inside of you, but leaving fluids inside of you. And you don't want to be like,
you get naked.
You don't want to give a person a kiss.
Yeah. You get naked. You letting this person sweat all over you. You don't know where they been. They entering your body, probably leaving all type of bacteria, all of that.
All types of shit.
Yeah, and then the emotional effect, the chemical effect it has on you, you see that as nothing. Yeah. That's a handshake to you. Yeah. But kissing, no,
that's the devil.
Bro, what the fuck are we doing?
I have no idea. Flippity floppity shit.
That's why I say it's demonic times. What they say, I don't want to quote the Bible, but I know it's the scripture saying something about the world being flipped upside down or whatever. Opposites become opposites or some shit like that.
Revelation about
good be bad and bad to be good.
Yeah, and then family going against family and all this stuff.
Yeah. I
don't get off on the politics, and I don't get off on religion. You know what I'm saying?
I know it's something in there, and it seems like that's what's happening.
You know, alhamdulillah.
Yeah, that's it's some rough times, G. I'm telling you.
I think the times that we are in it's going to be rough for us because this is stuff that we, you know, us men like us are trying to go against the grain to make things further along with our opinions and stuff and make people strong and shit. But at the times, you know what I mean, they're the majority and we're the minority when it comes to certain things.
Right. And
unfortunately, we have to go through them fucked up times in order to make these strong men because we had good times before that. So now we're on the end of suffering. You know what I mean?
I always say it's swimming upstream. That's what it feels like, swimming upstream when you've done the work to grow and you're trying to get other people to grow. You're trying to pull them other people up to get them to see what you see. It's almost damn near impossible.
Yep.
So
they don't want to be the midget on a giant shoulder. You know? No, you're good. I said they don't want to be the midget on the giant shoulder because you know they said a midget on the giant shoulder can see much further than the giant. You know what I'm saying? Right. They're so victimized that they want to be. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want to see that far. They just want to see for the now what's in front of them.
Man, I used to date this woman. She could be 1,000% wrong, and she knows she wrong.
She believe it,
but she'll argue just because, and then. The second you point out how wrong she is, she gonna immediately play the victim, start crying. Then she was so stubborn, she'll wait a week and a half, 2 weeks to come back and be like,
"My bad,
you was right."
Like, wouldn't even say, not even.
She'll apologize, but she'll say you was right first. Right. And then I'll be thinking like, now why do we have to wait this long to get to this point? Now we done wasted a week and a half.
It take you that long to process something about you know for a fact your ass was wrong?
Want that, man. I'm telling you, I'm convinced, bro, she can get caught on top of a dude. Butt ass. And still say it's my fault. Bro, she was one of them.
I know a motherfucker that will do some shit and then just act like they ain't do it. At all.
That's how she was.
Like, why? What were you trying to do? What were you looking for? Why were you doing this?
Right.
Oh, well, I just didn't want to cause an argument. What?
Yep.
What the fuck they got to do with it? Though? Denial?
I don't know, man. Like I try to look at upbringing. I'm thinking like,
man, look.
Now seeing the way she came up, she was the only girl. So I'm thinking maybe that has something to do with it. Like you were just always the princess.
Oh no.
So you never learned accountability at all.
I don't know. I just think it's people in general. So when you get caught doing something or you just doing something and people challenge you, I think their first instinct is to just be like, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. I don't know what you're talking about.
See,
that wasn't that look, that was the facade. That was this. You know what I'm saying? They're just like, dog, what the fuck were you doing? Like you realize you can't get that off on me. Like I'm a very practical person. Like things don't just happen for no reason.
Right.
There's reasoning and you had a motive behind it. Why did you do this? Or why are you doing this? Or why are you trying to do this?
Yeah.
You know, and then we're critical thinkers. So context clues, we break shit down and then we break it down like a fraction and then we hand it to them and it's
like, how dare you be smart enough to figure out my bullshit? Yeah.
Like,
ain't that wild? Like, you wrong because you too smart.
Yeah.
And you ain't going for my bullshit.
Yeah.
I want a stupid nigga.
Man. I just be thinking like, no, for real. I just be thinking like, what the fuck is wrong with these motherfucking people?
Man.
And then you got to question yourself. You just be like, how the fuck did we get here? How the fuck did I even be? How the fuck how did I get in your presence for you to even have this type of setup or to be put in this type of situation? Cause then at that point I start questioning myself and I'm like, you know what? I need to get the fuck away from this shit. I need to get the fuck from around this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the only thing you can do sometimes. I try not to because it's like, there's times I'm just like, man, I ain't got to deal with this shit. I could just pack up and move and just stay in my own fucking bubble. But how does that help the world?
How does that help you?
Chickens come home to roost. We've seen that shit several times. We've seen innocent people die at the hands of ignorance.
Man.
So if you let's say you live and you move into a quote unquote nice neighborhood and you're away from that, and your son end up dating a girl from there or something, or your son end up going to the mall or something. Mm-hmm. This same community that you turn your back on gonna come back and probably, it's possible.
Yeah.
And all you could do is say, only thing you can affect is what you can affect. Like, if you ain't doing no work at all, you're just part of the problem.
Yeah.
Well, I see it, man.
You're not pouring into your offspring so they don't have that particular mindset, because it may be fascinating to them because their friends don't have parents that actually care about them or give a fuck what they got going on. So they get all this freedom, and you telling your offspring like, no, don't do this and you can't do this. And then it looks appealing to them. Yeah. Once you start setting boundaries with your children and stuff. So it looks appealing to them when it's time to have fun, and it benefits them and benefits their friends. But then when some real shit happen, they're unprepared for it. They never experienced that type of shit. And the exact shit that you're trying to keep them from experiencing, you're pushing them into experiencing it. Yeah.
Man, what you think about, and we speak about this a lot, but what do you think about social media? Like, what's the positive of it?
What's a positive of social media?
Yeah. I can name negatives all day long.
The positive of social media is, for one, it's a lot of things that I think, networking. Keeping up with your family in real time, for people who actually deal with their families, and friends. You can actually see stuff in real time. You can actually see what's going on with particular people that you don't get to have a day-to-day conversation or contact with. So it's kind of like a billboard to everyone's life, because everybody's the main character in their own lives. But like promotion of business, promotion of services and everything that you have going on. That's the only thing I can think of that's positives.
I can make an argument that everything you just said is still bad in the end. How? And that's not to like go against what you're saying. I'm just saying, thinking about it. I see the positive, but then it's like it's like balance. We need to figure out a way to balance it. Like, what if you can only like nights and weekends get on social media?
I'm finna say that. Yeah, do that.
Like, or just Thursday through Friday.
Oh, but Thursday through Friday it'd be a whole bunch of bullshit.
But I mean, at least motherfuckers in the house. They'll force them to be in the house.
I guess.
Either way, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to think of, because. Okay, what did you say? You said it helps businesses and shit, right?
Yeah, promotion of business.
But now it's so much fake shit, so many bullshit ads to the point that people are turned off to it.
Oh yeah, true.
Like take for example, when you used to see Facebook events, like that was a thing, and people was like, "Okay, this event coming." Oh, you don't even pay attention to that shit.
Yeah,
it's like it's too much. Humans are not supposed to absorb this much information, and it's not positive information; it's negative information. Yeah, that's why we take nothing serious.
Yeah,
we don't cherish anything. Like something as simple as, I remember I just went to go see the Conjuring movie, and I love horror films, right? So I go see the Conjuring movie, and I'm actively trying to tell myself, enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, because
settle down,
right.
Calm down. This is it right now.
Right. Because there won't be another one for 3 or 4 years. So enjoy this moment.
Yeah.
I used to do that with the Transformers movies too. Like, it won't be another one for 3 or 4 years. Man, yeah. Just enjoy every little bit of this movie
and rewatch
it. Bask in it. Appreciate it like we used to appreciate movies. Mm-hmm.
It's the same way with music.
People do that with celebrities now. They don't even respect celebrities like they used to. Oh, either they full on worship anything, or they don't have no respect for it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, our celebrities used to be special people.
Man.
Now it's anybody that has a following.
Man.
Back in the day, there was no other Michael Jackson walking around.
No.
There was no other Michael Jordan walking around. Now you look at it, you just like, it ain't no big deal. They tear them down.
Yeah.
The truly great ones, or whatever, they make everybody the same.
Yeah, or they keep moving the goalposts on them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, you can do better. You can do better.
Yeah.
And they haven't done shit.
Right. Right.
You know, I don't know, man. When it comes to our culture, music, celebrities, celebrities, it's like people just they come to the point to where you don't have so much access to them. Like you said, the social media, you didn't have that much access back in the day. So, you know, it was a folklore that came with Michael Jordan or Michael Jackson and stuff like that. And when you actually got to see him, you were excited to go watch this world premiere of this video. You know what I'm saying? And like, hey, look, Michael Jackson video come out. Remember the times we finna eat some popcorn.
Everybody's sitting watching.
Everybody's watching it all at one time. Yeah. So when you see it Monday, you come back and you be like, hey man, did y'all see that video? Did you see this part? So in that conversation would go on for days in, or did you see that basketball game this weekend? Or did you see Michael Jordan do this new dunk?
That built appreciation.
You know yeah. So when you actually got to get his shoe, you got to get merchandise, you got to get these things, you cherish those things, and you were just like, okay, this drop is coming out. You know what I'm saying? It build that anticipation to the point where it's just like, we didn't put our sports figures or celebrities on like God status or whatever, but it was just like like you said, they were special people. You know what I'm saying? The actors and actresses, they were special people. You know what I mean?
And they were willing to do the work. That's a double-sided sword, because if you look at it, you say, okay, between Thriller came out, what, 82?
Yeah, 82,
83. Then he didn't have another album until Bad, which was what, 87, 86?
I think so, yeah.
Something like that. But in that time, you never felt like, I mean, you missed him and all this other shit, but you never felt like he was gone.
Yeah, it was long lasting.
These times, if you go 2 years without dropping it, oh, this nigga fell off.
Yeah.
It's like,
what
the fuck are you talking about? I've been on tour for a year and a half.
You go on 2 weeks, you fell off. You gotta drop music, and then it's meaningless.
Make them not appreciate it. That's why I say we in a society that can't build any more greats.
Man, look,
you ain't gonna be able to let them marinate. Where's the greats?
I seen Fat Joe and Jada Kiss Havoc from Mobb Deep premiere one of their new songs and shit, and I think it was Raekwon that was there. And man, when they premiered it, it was so nostalgic to everybody. I think everybody in the room just stopped talking and just listened to Prodigy and Havoc just have a moment. And it was like, that's hip hop. That's nostalgia. That's something that we miss.
That's appreciation for one of our art forms that we don't have no more, man. And I'm telling you, I blame social media, bro. So social media can do one or two things. It can educate you. It's all information. It can educate you, or it can dumb you down. It's just information. Whether it's good information, bad information, whatever, it's information. If you take in too much of one, it's going to affect you. Sitting back watching murderous videos and stuff like that. Like when we was having technical problems, I brought this up. I remember seeing Tupac's body on a picture on Rotten.com. That was considered the dark web at the time. Yeah. Rotten.com. It was just a picture, but it fucked me up. I'm like, damn. His chest cut open and shit like that. Like he really, like, it was big. But now you seeing people get murdered, shot in the neck, and everybody just sharing it. Like it's the most beautiful shit you ever saw. Who the fuck? Like for me, that fucked me up the whole day. I just sat there for hours. I'm just like, man, that just fucked with my spirit. Even when I'm going to do other shit like work out with my son, or go to the store and get shoes and shit like that, I'm still looking and I'm going like, damn, that's why my soul don't feel right now. I just seen a soul leave somebody's body, and that don't sit right with me. Yeah. And people will take that and they'll be like, oh, you sensitive. You soft. No, I'm a human. Yeah. I'm not an NPC. I'm not a fucking robot like y'all. Y'all motherfuckers, y'all see this shit and y'all think it's like Call of Duty. No, it's not. Yeah. I know what it's like to avoid doing something to somebody because I know how far it can go. I know how ugly it can get.
Man.
especially when family get involved and then somebody got to do something to this person, that person. I know how ugly it can get. Real men avoid those problems. You don't want no problems. Who the fuck wants problems? Especially when you're trying to get money and raise your family. Who wants problems?
I'm just sitting there over here thinking like, man, like dude wasn't even on the battlefield. He wasn't even on the battlefield. He wasn't in a violent rage. He wasn't even You know what I mean? There was no way for him to even defend himself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I can see if he got into an altercation or a fisticuff or hand-to-hand combat with something, and his intent was to kill the other person, and the person's intent was to kill him, and then he got the lesser of the short end of the stick. But it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? Same way, and I'm not trying to hold him synonymous with Dolph or Martin Luther King or anything like that, but those are senseless killings or assassinations that happen to people that we're relatable to.
Say it again, because I'm gonna tell you what idiots is gonna do. They're gonna skim over what you just said, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, he just compared Charlie Kirk to Martin Luther King."
Oh yeah. No, I said we're talking about him synonymous. That means I'm not going to say he's on that level or the same. I am talking about the act that happened, the act of assassination.
Of killing another human being, regardless of their walk through life.
Yeah. Regardless of their opinion. Because I'm pretty sure Martin Luther King's opinion was different than Dolph's opinion. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That goes from Malcolm X's opinion. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that we are talking about. And it's because it's from our culture, and I know more. I'm educated more about these people and their assassinations and what happened. So I'm just comparing the act of what happened, which was the assassination, not trying to hold him as a martyr like he's Martin Luther King or any of our black leaders that got assassinated. So don't try to say, oh well, you're cooning and you're trying to act like he was up there with Martin Luther King and all this. No, bitch, I said what I fucking said. Mm-hmm. And I don't have to Twitter fingers. And if you like to see me, you can come to this podcast and we can have a nice debate. Or if you see me in public, you can say what you like to say, and then, we can go on from there and see if
that's another
turns out in your favor.
That's another subject. What's your take on banning guns?
No.
You say no.
No.
Why is that your take? I'm just curious.
Because I am pro-gun. I am pro-guns. I am pro-weapons. I do not condone violence, but I do encourage self-defense. I will not be led into fire or led into a war or anything like that with no means or equal firepower to defend myself against more than one person or a mass or a slew of people. Mm-hmm. I will always have a gun. I will always keep a gun. And they say you live by the sword, you die by the sword. But I am I'll always be at peace. I'll always be a peaceful warrior. But at the same time, if it goes there, it goes there. You know what I'm saying? A gun has saved my life many times. You know what I'm saying? It has saved my loved one's life many times because I have decided to take self-defense to that point. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people can fathom seeing themselves doing any type of physical harm themselves to a person. Mm-hmm. Because they can see it and they're desensitized to it, but in reality, they couldn't see themselves doing it. So I'm not one of those people.
Same.
I see it. I feel, for people that die or get killed senselessly, but I will unalive you with no remorse if it comes to it and you have an issue with me or you're trying to cause physical harm to me or my homie or anybody else that I love. And I say this with a straight face. You will be unalive. And there's no leg shot. I'm going to send you to Sky Daddy.
Yeah. My thing is, I have a pipe dream about it. I look at their ability. I'm talking about like the government and military, their ability to go in places and remove everything, do whatever they want, declare martial law and all this other shit, right?
Yeah.
And I look and I say, if it was a way that they can actually eradicate and eliminate all guns, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Because I look at it like social media. There's too many people with a voice. There's too many people with guns that misuse them. So my mindset is like, it's so much going on and there's so many cowards that use them.
Yeah, they're emotionally charged. It's
mostly cowards that use them. Let's be real. Like, most of the time it's cowards. Mm-hmm. But
I agree.
Like, take certain areas in Chicago, for example. They can go through with the military and do a clean sweep, remove all the motherfucking guns. It's going to force niggas to man up. That's the way I see it. But I know they're going to find a way around it. I know they're going to get them. Now, look, there's another perspective. For the people that say, you know, I'm pro-gun, I understand their position because they look at it and say, okay, if you ban guns, we're all law-abiding citizens. But what about the criminals that don't care anyway? They're going to go and get a gun, and now we're going to just be sitting here without guns, and then they can do what they want. I get that. So that's why I say mine is a pipe dream. Yeah. That's the only reason why I'm just like, man, if there was a way, I'm all for it. But since there is no way in reality, I ain't with it. Like, you can't ban guns.
I think I feel you on certain things, but I think a lot of people with the guns, you said there's a lot of cowards that use the guns. There's a lot of gun holsters out there. People that's pump faking, people that holds the gun, has the gun just to be intimidating to other people because they want to be like, you know, like the Japanese when they wear the mask and stuff to scare off the other warriors and shit like that. I think they want to be, I think that's what they're trying to do with the gun. You know what I mean? So instead of them learning and understanding that their gun is to protect you, your property and your person, like, I think they really think that it's just fake. And like, when they do that, they put themselves and the people around them in certain situations, and they're either forced to use those guns and they become emotionally charged with those guns, and then they use those guns, or they end up getting themselves killed.
See, that's what I'm saying. We talking about two different things. You talking about defense. I'm talking about the fools that get on offense all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Like their only mindset, they only bit of courage come from the fact that they hold
a gun, yeah. And then they use them and then get locked up and they're like, what the fuck I do?
Right. I've seen it, bro. I've seen it being locked up in there with these little dudes, and they letting one nigga punk all of them.
Yeah.
It's 12 of y'all. It's one of him. How do you, like, that didn't even sit right with me. I'm saying, like,
never used their hands before.
That's what I'm saying. But on the streets, every last one of them,
tough.
They super tough as a motherfucker with a pistol. And that's why I say, if you look at the main issues when it comes to guns, the mass shooters, the passion crimes, the gangs, the street shit, it's almost all of it can be avoided if you just change from all of this sensitive, feminine ass bullshit and start making men man the fuck up.
Yeah.
Bro, look at all of it. All of it. Oh, you in your feelings. Somebody said something to you online. I'm going to get that nigga when I find him. Really? You going to kill him? You going to take another black man from this community? That's what you want to do? Just because of your feelings?
Man.
Now, if somebody come with that bullshit and you lay them down, that's something different.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you on the offense doing this shit because your feelings hurt. He ain't rob you.
Yeah, he
ain't touch your baby. He ain't do none of that shit.
Yeah, because of his opinion.
Yeah. And then
because of his fucking opinion.
Right. And then you look at the super radical leftists. Mm-hmm. They all feminine as fuck, like the guys.
Yeah.
They weak and feminine guys. Look at the school shooter. It ain't the jock.
Yeah.
It ain't the motherfucking jock. It ain't the popular dude. It's that punk ass motherfucker that want attention. It's the nerd that's in his feelings, and his mom's like, oh, poor baby his whole fucking life. That's why he feel justified in moving that way. He'll do anything for that attention, even if it means throwing away his own life.
Yeah, there's a song by Pearl Jam called "Jeremy," and it's based off a true story. And this dude, I guess, he wasn't getting affection or attention from his daddy, and he was going to school, getting picked on and shit like that. So you know what he did? This motherfucker gets a 357, walks into the classroom, and shoots himself in front of everybody. It's a true story. True story happened in like 93.
And hold on. Real life reaction. I never heard of this before. You know what they should do in that situation?
What's that?
Fucking laugh. You know why?
Why?
Because stupidity should be laughed at. When you doing that, they don't deserve no sympathy. They don't deserve all poor baby and that attention that they want. That's what they want. The reason why they do that because they seen somebody else get attention from doing that same dumb shit. Call it dumb.
Yep. And it was crazy because in the song they say daddy didn't give attention.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Call it dumb. Whenever you see somebody do some shit like that, the first thing they tell us to do in society now is, oh, but you don't know what they were going through. And we should feel this way. Man, fuck that. He's a fucking idiot. Not only is he an idiot, but he went against the first rule that you learn. It's self-survival. That's the first rule that you learn, that any living thing is going to protect their life. He said, fuck that.
Yeah.
Not only that, but this motherfucker turned his back on his kids, parents, whoever that loved him. He don't care.
Yeah. He's
selfish.
He was 15.
I'm just saying, that's a 15-year-old. I'm talking about a grown man.
Grown man. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is like you said, self-survival. If somebody was picking on you that bad, you know what I'm saying? Like a bully that bad or anything like that, why you didn't smoke the bully?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna say this. That's why fathers are super important.
Yeah.
Because if that happened to my son, I'm like, man, you better figure out something.
Man,
you better go. Hey, bring that problem to him.
Man, yeah, you better look. Hey, you
I'm not
try to talk it out, or you gonna have to go to fisticuffs with him. You gonna have to man up. Right.
I'm not. If he getting jumped, that's something different.
Oh yeah.
If he getting jumped, I'm gonna pull up. But like, which one of you bitch ass niggas want to fight my son? Oh, you man enough? All right, bet. Get in there with him.
Yeah.
He finna scrap him 1-on-1. And none of you pussies better not jump in.
Yeah. I feel that.
That's man shit. Because at the end of the day, after that's over, I'm gonna pick them both up. Like, what y'all learn?
Yeah.
All right, now go home. Figure out something else. Figure out another way to deal with it.
Yeah. So tomorrow when y'all go see this, y'all gonna talk about it, but you gonna earn his respect.
Exactly.
You earn his respect.
Exactly. Now see, what a bitch ass man would do is he gonna be like, nah, my baby, I'm finna go talk to the principal. I'm finna go slap this kid. I'm finna go do no.
Slap my kid, you know where you going.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta understand, that's not a child forever.
I know.
He gotta go through this shit to learn. It's shit that I learned at 10, 11 years old that I still use to today.
For sure.
And that's important. I when I'm coaching my kids, the other coaches, they be kind of looking at me like, damn, why you so... No. Yeah. They got to learn responsibility. They got to learn that this is a team game. Like, you can't let your teammates down. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
If we work together, we can forward progress, period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not, like, I was watching a video. Excuse me. I was watching the video, and the dude was saying to his girlfriend or wife or whatever she was, it was like, just because I didn't use your methods to get to the answer that you wanted doesn't mean that it's not happening.
Yeah.
I did it my way and figured out, and it got there and it still got done, right? So you wanted the same results, right? Just because I'm not babying this motherfucker or babying these kids and I'm giving them the harsh realities, that tough love, that fatherly, you know what I mean? Yeah. And we still getting the same results because the results is you want them to be respectful to people. You want them to be respectful in this house. You want them to obey when it's time to obey, but you want them to speak up and be, be able to defend themselves and be outspoken when it's time to be outspoken. Yeah. So you can know, so when they can know the difference, when it's time to turn it off and when it's time to turn it on. Just because I didn't use your method doesn't mean that it's not getting done. It's done, right? Mm-hmm. Right. I did it my way. A lot of people can't take that direction. Right. It's either their way or the highway.
They know where that comes from, though, right?
What's that?
The school system.
Oh, yeah.
They only look like this one thing that Charlie Kirk spoke on a lot. He always talked about how education is a waste. It's a waste of time, a waste of money. Like you could be self-taught, shit like that. Mm-hmm. Or you can go different routes that doesn't take 4 years and $100,000. Mm-hmm. So that comes from them saying, okay, learning is he or she gives me this paper. I know the answers. I'm done. You don't get to retain knowledge.
Yeah.
Only thing you know is how to work within the system. This shit come back from all the way back to the Rockefellers.
Man.
They want to teach people how to be workers, not teach people how to be individuals. Yeah. That's why they look at things and they say, oh, this is the only way of doing it. That's why they look at people and say, oh, I got a degree. That means I'm smarter than you.
Yeah.
It's like, what? A degree? I mean, idiots have degrees.
Man, dog. You know how many idiots I look and see like, yeah, I have a bachelor's degree, but you ain't got no common sense.
Right. Man, what's the dude name that go on college campuses and ask them common sense questions? Like this one chick, she was a school teacher. She was an English teacher. He said, spell the word river.
Oh, yeah.
R-I-V-E-R. All right, now put a D in front of the river, and what does that say?
Yeah, they be like,
that's not a word.
What?
Like, so that's not a word? No, that's not a word. D river. What's that? That's not a word. He was like, spell driver. D-R-I-V-E. Oh.
Man.
This is a teacher, dog.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
But you know what it is? It's
teacher.
It's the motor skills, and you know what I mean? It's the skills that they have to be like, okay, the problem solving skills. Mm-hmm. They don't have it. They don't have it.
Another reason why men should lead.
How many times have we been in the gifted program? Uh-huh. And Miss Chastain be like, all right, figure this out. I
forgot her fucking name. Yeah. You just remember her name.
Because I got a memory like an elephant.
I forgot her name.
It's Miss Chastain and Miss Wise.
Yeah. So I remember Miss Wise.
Yeah. So it's like, remember that she'd be like, all right, she'll put these certain papers in front of us and say, okay, figure this out. Mm-hmm. So we'll go through and we'll do it on paper.
Yeah.
Then she'll put these objects in front of us and say, figure this out.
Right.
And then she'll put this out here and say, figure this out.
Kind of figure what type of learner we are.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
So different type of methods, and then turn around and say, okay, so now they're going to exploit that. All right. So you can learn, you're a key link learner. You can learn from writing. Right. You can learn from me telling you this, or I'm having this conversation with you and all these things. All these different things made us legit problem solvers out of the gate. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like,
look at this. Look at this. It's on my phone. Even from way back then. Wait till you see this. Wait till you see this. Remember this? Yeah. This is the game. It was a what do they call it? It's a critical thinking game, but it was also like it was like a brain exercise. Brain teaser.
It's called brain teaser. Yeah.
It's called set. And I still play this to this day. I've been doing that with my son. It's on my phone.
So
I remember that from the gifted program.
Man,
so always crazy. Be going at it. We try to see who get all them matches and shit. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy when I sit back and I think about, cause I analyze a lot of things because I analyze how I grew up. Right. What was happening when I was certain ages, my way of thinking when I was that age, how much knowledge I didn't know, how much I knew at that time, and how much I learned after that time. So I tell my daughters and stuff, I tell my daughter that has my grandchild, and I tell her, I say, don't push off what you know on her. And she like, what do you mean by that? She doesn't know anything about bills. She doesn't know anything about hurt. She doesn't know anything about anger. She doesn't know anything about her daddy being this particular person or her mommy being this particular person. They don't know that. All they know is from a 2-year-old or 1-year-old point of view is like, oh, that's my mommy because I know her. Mm-hmm. That's my daddy because I know him. And I like this food, I like this food, and I like this TV show, or I like this doll. Yeah. That's it. So you have to understand that when you talk to children, they're sponges. Yeah. They're going to pick up on emotions. They're going to pick up on the things you say, because I don't think a lot of people understand that your child has this type of brain, and that capacity of that brain right now is very empty.
Yeah.
And they only have a certain knowing. You know what I'm saying? They only have that certain knowing. So the more bullshit that you fill your child's head up with, the more emotional damage that you cause from this child because you're emotionally charged, or fuck my baby daddy, or fuck this person, or fuck this, and you're arguing, you're being combative and all this other stuff. And then you get upset because your child starts exhibiting that. Mm-hmm. And then it pushes through, and then you're like, oh, he's 10 years old. Oh, he fast, or she fast. Why you doing that? Oh, you just want to do this. You just want to do this. Where do you think they learned it from?
I'm glad you said
Not just the parents, but the people, the environment. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm glad you said that, because it's very important for men and women to be on the same page, not do the same things, but be on the same page. Because it's like, when you're raising a kid, it's like a blank piece of paper. Mm-hmm. Both of you, like, let's say one person is the right hand, the other person is the left hand. Both of you have a marker in your hand. You could draw whatever you want. But a lot of times, when you're not on the same page, you can pull in opposite directions and you cannot work together.
Yeah.
A lot of times, a woman is supposed to do certain things. She's supposed to have certain jobs with the kid, but it's still in cohesion with what the man is trying to do. Mm-hmm. The opposites try to kind of work together like the yin and yang. When you got a woman that's just like, oh, fuck this, or a man that's just like, oh, fuck this, I'm going to do what I want.
Yeah.
And then you got the woman sitting there, or the man sitting there going the opposite direction, that could pull the kid apart. Mm-hmm. And that to me is the most detrimental shit you can do. And a lot of that shit, like you said, come from giving them too much information, keeping kids in your business and grown folk business, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I've seen it, bro. I hate talking about personal shit, but I've dated women and I'm like, why are you like this? Until I meet their parents.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, it makes sense. Mm-hmm. Your dad wasn't nowhere to be found. Your mama is like your sister.
Yeah.
Even the way y'all talk is like a sister and a, you know what I'm saying? That ain't your mom. That's your sister.
If you disrespect her bad.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Or you have this camaraderie with her to a certain extent, and it's not like I respect you, you're my elder type.
Right. Why are you coming to me telling me about who your mama was fucking?
Yeah, that's wild.
How do you even know that? Yeah. Like, there's certain things, like I seen a dude that I've been knowing forever. He older, and she like, oh, I know him. He used to sleep with my mom. And I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And just off the strength, the dude happened to say he seen us interacting. He's like, oh, y'all must be fucked. Like, that's my girl. Man. Then we had a conversation, and he like, oh yeah, I used to blast her mama all the time. And I'm thinking like, how she even know that?
Yeah.
Why you even in your mama business like that? Man. Why is your mama conversating with you about shit like that? It ain't even really like a relationship, stepdad. No, you was just fucking clapping the mom.
Yeah.
That's too much information. That's why you like that. And too many people don't look at that. Yeah, too many people don't psychoanalyze themselves, say, why am I like this? Why do I think this way? Why have I made these mistakes in life?
You know, a lot of people are afraid to. And that's where people anxiety comes from. That's where people mental issues and depression come from. Mm-hmm. Because for one, they're not critical thinkers, or they can't even think deep enough to be like, what's my core issues and why am I like this? Mm-hmm. They're afraid to visit that. They're afraid to know themselves. I think that's a lot of people's problem. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
It's a lot of people's problems. But the add on to what you were saying about that, it's the parents, and then you see it with the daughter, you know what I'm saying? Or you see it with, their offspring. Then you see it with their offspring. Because have you ever been with around motherfucker and he your homie or some shit like that, and you see him arguing with his girl or some shit like that, and the kid's trauma response is to run up to try to fight the daddy or to run up and try
or the kid is even around.
Yeah, to defend them, and they're like, no. In a sense, the baby into a spiral. We were like, damn, that little motherfucker only like 3 years old.
Right. Now that's something
old.
I
You know what I'm
do.
saying?
I don't argue in front of kids.
You know,
at
that's
all.
crazy.
I sit, as soon as she want to get loud, like, hey, nah.
Man, look,
nah.
I'll give you an instance.
We finna go in the other room or something. Or we finna go outside.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Or, yeah.
That's why one of the times I would never argue in front of my kids. Yeah. Even to give, I don't chastise my kids in front of nobody, and I don't chastise my woman in front of nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm not finna do this to give you satisfaction. You know what I mean? To make you feel some type of way. But I'm finna go here and we're gonna talk when we get back to the crib because that's a private conversation.
Right.
You know
even if you are mad, swallow that shit.
Yeah. Because there's a right time and a wrong time. You know what I'm saying? Because what you showing your kids is if you do something like that, then they can adopt and one of the men like, oh yeah, that's what's being a man is. He gonna disrespect me and tell me and put me in my place in front of everybody, embarrass me and do all this stuff. No, you're gonna say, okay, things were handled like this and handled accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Right. Same way with my children. Oh, this is why I yelled at you. This is why I chastised you because you did this. This is the outcome that we supposed to be getting. You decided to go this route. I'm chastising you because I have more experience than you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've been in these situations, so I'm letting you know this is the outcome and I've been through all the what ifs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They say the best teacher is experience, but there's a lot of things that you do not need to experience. Yeah. And I'm trying to be a parent, be a man to help you from that.
Yeah, you ain't got to. You can learn from my mistakes. Yeah, you can learn from the mistakes around you. That's why I say, growing up, I used to see certain things and I used to be like, okay, I'm not doing that.
You know,
I might do this, but I'm gonna do it differently. You know what I'm saying? Like it was stuff like something as simple as watching everybody sell dope in the same block. I used to be like, nah, something ain't right about this. And then I'm watching. I was always somebody to notice patterns again on what we learned. So I'm like, this don't make no sense. Why the same person keep coming through here? The same one, back to back to back. You ain't smoke that work that quick.
For different people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And you so adamant. I'm like, nah, I pay attention to behavior. I pay attention to body language. I pay attention to all of it to the point where I was just like, nah. And it kept me out of prison. To be honest with you. Like, it kept me out of a lot of situations.
For sure.
Like, something as simple as, I remember one time, two of my little homies, they was going to go pick up something from Tennessee. And I told them, I'm like, the way they talking, this don't sound right. Where y'all meeting at? Like, nah, you not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that, blah, blah, blah. And you know that this nigga barely know them, and you know you don't know them at all. So no, hell no. Don't do that. And then I told him, I was like, man, take whatever you got to take with you just in case, because you're going to do what you want anyway. Yeah. And just off the strength of that, it saved their fucking life. I ain't even have to know them. I ain't have to be there, no none of that. Yeah. And it saved their life. And I was just like,
too good to be true.
Yeah. And there's too many of them that's like that. That's why when people talk all that tough shit and, oh, this person, that's why people don't disrespect me like that. Yeah. It's not about being the toughest nigga. It's about the fact that you know my heart. You know I've saved you.
Yeah, you know my intention.
You know you owe your freedom to me. You know you owe the fact that you breathing and had another child to me. Without me, you'll be gone.
Man.
It's that type of shit that earns respect.
Respect from people that will show it to you.
Yeah,
because you got a lot of idiots that just.
I didn't have to do that. Yeah. It's just off the strength that I got that type of heart, and at the time I loved you that way. Yeah. So I don't want this to happen to you, but I'm telling you from a person. And you might see it as cynical or somebody that's just talking. No. I'm telling you from experience. This is not how you move. You know, so. It's what it is.
A lot of people don't listen, man. And the reason why I brought up all these certain, little aspects about men, problem solving, people listening, and all this stuff, it brings us back to the point of people not wanting to be led the correct way.
Right.
Like you said, the whole social media is doing the whole sheeple thing, and then thinking that certain ways of doing things is leading people, or people don't want to actually take constructive criticism, direction. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, once we get to that point to where nobody wants to listen to nobody, what's the result? I mean, what's the outcome? What is the solution for these issues? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do we have to do to instill order again? What do we have to do to instill correct leadership? I think
I'm gonna tell you my perspective, the way I look at it.
What's that?
In order to change the next generation, since they have given all the power to women, you have to change the minds of women. It's the same thing that Malcolm X said in the 60s. Same thing that Shahrazad Ali said in the early 90s. Nobody's listening. They come after our women. They come after our women to get to our children. If you get to the woman and you say, you do all this shit to keep the man out of the situation, you're going to affect the next generation. And it's been going on time and time and time and time again. Until the minds of the women change, nothing's going to change. We live in a matriarchal society, especially black people.
Yeah.
It's matriarchal all around. How many laws can you name how many rights can you name that men have over women? None. There ain't a single right that men have over women. But you can name several rights that
rule of thumb.
there's several rights and advantages that women have over men.
Yeah.
It's becoming matriarchal, and especially in our community, because ever since the 70s, the 60s, it's been all about ruining the black family.
Yeah.
Every fucking thing, everywhere you turn. But we gonna sit back and act like, oh, that's not a thing.
There's no patriarchs in like today's society. You don't ever hear about, or you don't ever hear them put that word in a sentence to describe a person that has passed on, or to describe a person that's the head of a household.
Yeah, it's to the point where patriarchy is seen as a cuss word down there.
Yeah.
Or disrespectful.
Yeah. He ain't no damn patriarch or nothing.
No, I'm just saying, it's the patriarchy that's the problem. No, it's not. If you still think that in 2025, you are a fucking idiot. If you still think that patriarchy is the problem. No, it's not. It's this intense need to worry about feminism, feelings, shit like that. If you point to that, if you point to every single fucking problem, I guarantee you the root of it is feelings and feminism.
Yeah.
Every problem.
Yeah, because the first thing they say, I feel.
Yeah, but then a person will look at that and look at the things I say and take it for a blanket statement. Oh, you just hate women. Oh, you gay. You just hate women. And that's just all there is to it. Bitch, you're masculine.
No.
Everything about you says, I want to be like a man, or I want to compete with a man.
You cannot be masculine. You're emotionally charged.
No, what I'm saying is you have adopted all masculine views.
Yeah, you're portraying to be masculine.
You are out of order as a woman. You're nothing like a woman. You have the emotions and all this other shit up as a woman, but you want all the perks of being a man. Yeah. You want to sit up here and compete in the man's world. You want to do all this shit, but then at the end of the day, you want to say, oh, if you don't accept all my masculine traits, you're a weak man. That's stupid as hell.
Or when they can't do something and they know they feel defeated, or they are going to be defeated, I'm just a girl.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, now you're a girl.
Course. They want to be chameleons, bro.
Now it benefits you to just be a girl.
Right.
It benefits you now to be, that's
what I'm saying. How are you going to adopt all these different masculine traits and expect a man to want you? That makes no sense. That's like a man walking around here. Oh, I'm just a man. You know, I want to put on lipstick and makeup and, do my hair and act real feminine and shit. And I want you to protect me as a woman. What fucking woman wants that? But y'all want men to want y'all. And then, and on top of that, you want a man to love you more than you love your own self.
Yeah, that's always been a big issue. You want a man to love you more than you love yourself, but at the same time, you don't even want to pour into yourself or let that man love you.
Right.
That's
right.
Fucking insanity.
Yeah, and you don't want to do the work.
Yeah. How do you?
You don't want to even understand why you don't love yourself.
Man,
the fact that somebody telling you don't love yourself, you take it as an insult instead of wondering why. Why did this man tell me this?
How does man has more faith, sees your potential for you to be this great person more than you fucking do? And you don't even want to bask in that. You don't even want to be like, you know what? Let me stop, reassess some shit and really observe what the fuck is going on with myself and my life and analyze this and say, you know what?
Right.
Damn. Matter of fact, let me stop and ask this motherfucker, what do you see in me? Honestly, what makes you think I have this potential? For us to forward progress, for you to help, for you to lead me. Mm-hmm. I'm giving you, you know what I mean? I'm going to give you my all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm going to give you everything that says, I trust your direction. I trust your word. I trust everything that with my whole being in you. They were just talking about, I seen a video talking about, the Cater to You video. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean the song, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you got Kelly Rowland, Beyonce, and Michelle. They said out of all the verses, Michelle had the most realistic, real. I don't even remember this. The verse. She says she wants to give her all, her everything, like and cater to you. Like if you come home from work, I want you to understand that I'm here for you, regardless of what you got going on in your life and your world and all this stuff. I'm giving myself wholeheartedly to you.
That's a woman's role.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a woman's role.
The other verses, they talk about some, I just want to do this and I just want to be elaborate with this and all this unrealistic shit.
Right. Because they don't know.
She ain't said nothing about giving you no money. She didn't say nothing about it. She said, I'm giving you my time, my love, my body, my soul. I'm going to give this all to you because you're my man and I understand and love and know that you and I have faith that you will take this direction and do what you need to do because I'm here to listen and cater to you and what you have going on in your life.
That's the duty of a woman. And the problem is they convinced them to not want to be the most amazing woman you could possibly be.
Man.
They convince women that, oh, if you ain't like a man, you weak. If you ain't like a man, you ain't shit. They convince women of this shit. And then what fucks me up is they'll actually call it strong.
Yeah.
That's the weakest
shit,
of a woman you could be. If a man behaves like a woman, he's weak.
Yeah.
If a woman behaves like a man, she's weak. Be feminine. That's where your power is. Be masculine as a man. That's where your power is. It ain't rocket science, man. No. This shit is simple. But they convinced them otherwise. Trust and believe. My daughter gonna be feminine. Yeah. I'm gonna do everything I possibly can to show my daughter what her superpowers are, what her strengths are. You can't like, oh, you just can't handle a strong woman. No, I don't want to handle a masculine woman. I don't want to handle another man.
Yeah, I don't want to handle somebody that don't have a willingness to learn.
Exactly.
To a willingness to hold themselves accountable.
Because you can't lead that.
No, you can't. You can't lead a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You can't believe. That's why I always tell people. They say, how did you do it by yourself with four toddlers and 4 kids? I said it's easy to raise kids. It's easy to have kids and be around kids when you have the correct environment and tools to actually have that and then raise kids. It's easy.
Yeah.
You know what's fucking hard? Dealing with fucking grown people that have their mindset and you can't change their mind or they have no willingness to learn because it's like talking to a fucking wall.
Or having to rely on grown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It is very hard. And then having to adopt all their fucking issues, their insecurities, everything. And you're like, hey, I'm a natural problem solver. Cause as men, we're natural problem solvers. I want to know what's wrong, how I can fix it. We take in all the information, process it ourselves, think of the most logical way, ask ourselves all the what ifs. Yeah. And then we move forward, right? Yeah. That's what you do with your woman. That's what you do. That's what you do with your daughters and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Now society got people want to say, no, you just controlling, you sassy, you this and all this other stuff. Yeah. Well, why the fuck did you even ask my opinion or come to me and even you're self-sabotaging?
My thing when it comes to that shit is like, what evidence do you have that this shit is working? You have no evidence. You got all of this. You got 20, 30, 40, 50 years of the same old shit.
What did I just say?
And you have no results.
What did I just say earlier? You're doing the same thing and nothing has changed. Your grandma has done it. Your mom has done it. You have done it. And I'm pretty sure if your kids don't meet someone or have even a little bit of inkling and saying, hey, I would like to learn something new or do something new to step outside of this fucking box that you people have put us in as a culture, as society, as a race and shit. If they don't want to step outside of that, then I'm probably sure they're going to do the fucking same thing.
Man, I'm telling you, that whole term, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, has never been more true. Man. Bro, I sit back and I see these women in their 50s and their 60s and shit. Nigga, they sound exactly like these fucking 19-year-old bitches. Yeah. They sound just as dumb. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, like you really stupid. You've been dealing with politics. You've been dealing with propaganda. You've been dealing with the news and all this shit for all these years. And you still have the same mindset. You still fall into the same traps. You still think the exact same way and you think you're right.
That's the mentality of a fucking idiot, man.
Bro, they have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
And hold on. And not to just, and we're not just here just to bash just wholeheartedly women, because that's all they're going to think that we just doing.
It's not bashing. This is what correction looks like. Yeah. This is what guidance looks like. It's not bashing.
Where you so-called men at with not giving up, not trying to instill some way and keep pushing, because just as well as these older women fall into that same concept of trying to be in contest with these younger, where you men, or you so-called men, or you so-called, real niggas and all this stuff, where y'all fall?
You know where they at? They've been weak too long.
You know what I'm saying?
They've been weak too long. They've been beaten into submission. They've been beaten down by the government. They've been beaten down by women. They've been beaten down everywhere they look. They've been beaten into submission. They weak as hell. That's why you got simp epidemics going on. It's always somebody.
Simpidemics.
Yeah. It's always some fucking Randy walking around wanting to tell her what she want to hear just to get in her draw.
Yeah. Or tell, or try to backbite you because you was like, no, I'm gonna correct this. So says, no, man, don't be doing that.
That's why
you can't be doing this. And I'm like, whoa, nigga.
That's why I give all that credit to Kevin Samuels, because he done changed a lot of minds. Every now and then you see a man actually speaking up and sound like a fucking man.
Oh, it's a lot of them starting to come around.
It's that. But it's also too many simps that say that shit publicly.
Oh, yeah.
But they'll go right back and don't stand on it. That's why I had to tell myself this personally, because we younger and shit, you do certain things. So I had to tell myself personally, stop liking those pictures. Stop following these bitches. Because as a man, you see it, you like, damn, I want to see that again. Yeah. But it's like, you got to stop indulging, because you ain't helping nothing. You just hurting the situation. You hurting her. You hurting whoever she going to be with. You hurting her kids. Don't give these bitches no attention when it comes to that type of shit. Yeah. You give the attention to the woman that got that crown on, the woman that respects herself, the woman that's a good wife, the woman that actually knows how to be feminine. You give her that attention.
What's that girl on Instagram? Chevy Caprice or something like that. Yeah, it's that black girl that be black woman that be putting all the black women in their place. Why you can't do this for this man? If this man sees you as this, that means he's going out on a limb to put himself out there for you.
I had to look her up.
Man, she is cold.
Yeah.
Cold. She's one of them.
That'd be the main issue to me. I look at it and I say, how do you change the next generation?
Mm-hmm.
You get to the most influential people over the next generation.
Yeah.
Because let's be clear. There's more fathers that get murdered than mothers. There's more fathers that go to prison than mothers.
Yeah.
A father is most likely going to leave the situation with the child over the mother. The mother's going to most likely get the custody of the child over the father. This is just the reality. It's not like there's a hatred for women or anything like that. It's just the fact that y'all have to buck your mentality when it comes to this shit because you don't know where it came from and you don't realize what it's doing to you and your offspring. You don't get it. You just sit up here and say, oh, well, this makes me feel this way and that's that.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a conversation with a bitch that's walking around with a blonde wig? Like you have to put it in her face. You have to ask her, like, what if black men walked around this motherfucker and said, I only feel like I'm attractive when I put a white man's hair on my head.
Yeah.
Then they realize how ridiculous it is.
I seen a video the other day. This lady was asking her, basically this other lady was asking this other lady, and she said, what is it? What do you have to see to date a man? Oh, he got to be over 6 feet tall. He got to be this. He can't have no kids and such and such. She said, okay, so how many kids you have? She said, I got 3 kids, 19, 12, and 2 years old. 19, 18, and then 2 years old. She's like, so, a man can't have this. He got to make over $100,000. He can't have no kids and such and such. He's like, okay. She said, what do you make a year? She said what she made a year, which was under $100,000. Mm. She said, you got 3 kids. Well, I don't want to date a man because this is this. She said, the lady stopped and paused. She said, well, don't everything that you said you didn't want is what you have. Mm-hmm. She said, she just stopped the whole conversation. She said, would you date yourself?
Yeah.
She said, think about it. Would you date yourself? I mean, and she had to think about it. She said, you have a child that's 2 years old. How come the man can't have a child?
Yeah.
Oh, because there's not only room for one child.
That's wild.
What?
That's
Hold on.
Wild.
She said, you have multiple children. Well, my children are grown.
Yeah.
But you still got a 2-year-old. How come this man can't have a child?
And it don't matter if your kids are grown.
Exactly.
That don't matter.
They're still your children.
And that's the part. And I think this is the issue here. The main issue. Females these days want men to behave like females and think the way the females think. But when a man does that, they don't like them. Yeah. It just gives them control for the time being. But if he adopted everything about you that's you, wouldn't like it.
I was going to say, so that's why they love being with females and then having fake dicks to fuck.
Probably so. That's the result of it.
I'm just saying, no.
That's why it's more diced than ever. Yeah.
Yeah. Think the logic.
Because they can have control. Because bro, they've been confused and they've been transformed into having so much of a man's mentality. It's like, okay, has a woman ever asked you what your body count is? Mm-hmm. Okay, and when she asked you this?
Just in random conversation.
Random conversation? Okay. Yeah. No woman has ever asked me what my body count is. Not once. She never wondered. She never wanted to know none of that because it don't matter to her.
I think what it was in random, when I say random conversation, it was just everybody was just talking about some shit at work one day.
Now see, that's different. If it was somebody you was talking to, they don't never.
No,
they don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. But a man asks that shit because it matters. It has something to do with her actual value.
Yeah.
Now she'll take that and she'll be like, well, what about niggas? We don't want niggas that been ran through either.
First of all, we can't be ran through.
We know that, but you got to speak to a woman in the way they see shit.
Yeah.
All right. You just try to adopt the way that a man thinks, mm-hmm. even though you don't even give a shit about that. Because you want to come off as equal and avoid accountability for your lack and your shortcomings as a woman.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with a man's value or his shortcomings. That's what's crazy to me.
It don't matter if I slay 1,000 bitches. If I'm the king of all I survey, as I get older, it looks more appealing to people because you're experienced. You got this. You're a man. They value experience,
right? And in that instance, it's the man conquering the woman. Yeah, it's not the woman conquering the man. Yeah.
Because there's been a lot of times where I'd have been young. What they say, boy, you wouldn't know what to do with this. Yeah, that's what they say. You wouldn't know what to do with this.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, they adopt the mindset of men, and I know y'all not gonna listen. Y'all done already turned off or whatever. It's cool. I'm gonna clip this shit up short so y'all can get it. The mentality of a woman is to be like, oh, that's what you're supposed to do? All right, I'm gonna do that. Or that's what you're supposed to do? I'm gonna do that. Whereas the mentality of a man is to go out and journey and figure shit out. Adventure. Conquer the world. Our mentality ain't to be like, oh, that's what you're supposed to do? I'm gonna do that. That's what you're supposed to do? I'm going to do that. We're not meant to be just natural followers. We're meant to be leaders. And that's the reason why I keep saying it. They ain't meant to lead, bro. No. And when you put her in a position of leadership, she's going to fold. She's going to crumble in some way.
I am 100% glad that we do not have a woman president. And I'm sorry to say that.
What you said?
Because even just watching other videos and clips and all this stuff, when stuff didn't go their way in just that instant, in that 30, 45 seconds, it was emotionally driven sometimes. And I was just like, man, could you imagine them saying, hey, there's some bombs or something, or this was going on over here, such and such, and just like, you know what I mean? Like, kill everybody. Like, hold on.
This one dude, no bullshit, this one dude came and he was on stage. I think it was a comedian or a public speaker or whatever. He basically talking about the difference between a man brain and a woman brain. He said, men, our brain is in little boxes. And when we're thinking about something, we're in that box. If it's in that box, we're thinking about it for that time. When we're done with the box, we put it away and we move to the next box. Yeah. A woman, her brain is like a whole big ball of wires. She's just going to connect a whole bunch of stuff to something that has nothing to do with something just because she feels like it and her emotions are all over the place. And I'm like, that is so true. That's why you got so many of these women talking about, oh, what y'all worry about Charlie Kirk for? What about Fred Hampton? What about Sandra Bland? What? I'm like, dude, we gave a fuck about that too.
Yeah.
What's wrong with giving a fuck about somebody that's not black? And how does that correlate right now? I don't get it, man.
They make it. They forcing it.
It's like, oh yeah, I feel like you cheating on me. And why is that? Because yesterday you put on these type of socks. This day you put on this type of sock, and you were 2 minutes after where you normally get off at this time. And for some reason you came in and you took a shower, and I don't like that. And like,
all right, Inspector Gadget,
bro, let me tell you, it's fucked up out here.
It's so you're able to sit here and watch my patterns and figure out what the fuck I'm doing, figure out all the stuff that is going on that led up to me cheating on you and such, but you can't put two and two together to figure out that you a fucked up individual. Or you, the things that you're saying and doing is fucked up.
Yeah. Or you can sit up here and think of all the ways to end a relationship, all the problems you can find in your man, but you can't find a reason to give him peace. No, you can't figure out when he upset. You can't figure out when he got a problem with something or don't like something about something, because the second he say something or have an issue outside of dealing with you, oh, that's problematic.
Preach. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. It's like,
hey, I'm gonna call you back. I'm doing the podcast.
It's like when these
don't,
women or these other people, when these women or these people can figure out all these things, but they can't figure out what's wrong with you. Nah. They don't know you. They don't know your what's going on in your life or how you feel, or they can't sense feelings that you got. They can't sense these things, and they can't be like, you know what? I've seen this before. Let me recollect. Let me get ahead of it before it even starts. You know what I'm saying? I know what's wrong with you. Okay, then yeah, you at this point when you feeling like this, I know you want your head rubbed. You don't take the initiative. They don't have initiative anymore.
Man, you know what kills me about all that is it's so easy to be a good woman. It's so easy. All you gotta do
is just do it.
Is keep your fucking legs closed.
And your mouth sometimes.
Be feminine. And pay attention to your nigga.
Yeah, you worried about all the wrong things.
That's it.
And that's how you end up losing. That's how you end up alone.
Right. And then paying attention to what makes them happy, what makes them tick. That's all you got to do. It's about what you don't do as a woman. Yeah. Whereas a man, he got to go out and figure out. He got to go make the money. He got to go protect. He got to do all this shit. He got to stay in shape. He got to do all of this shit. We accept all y'all bullshit. Man. You could come in this motherfucker overweight. You could have the babies and never look the same. We still love your ass. You could come do all type of shit. We still love your ass. All we ask is that you be loyal and stop with all the extra bullshit, man.
You know what I heard the other day? I heard I heard this saying the other day, and I got another saying that I want to say before we get off here. The saying that I heard today is, we as men aren't these women's peace. Mm. Just their pain relief.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And I had to sit back and I analyzed what they're saying. Like, we have the necessary tools to be a woman's peace. You understand? A woman has the necessary tools if they're an actual woman to be a man's peace. But when you look at today's society, we're just their pain reliever. You know, we're the Oxycontin or the hydrocodone to their.
So what's her peace though?
Huh?
What's a woman's peace?
What's a woman's peace?
I said this shit yesterday.
What's a woman's peace?
I ain't never heard no woman speak about her peace.
Her peace? Her peace would be
only her happiness.
Yeah. Her peace would be being to the point of knowing that everything that her ideal of a real family, a real situation, everything that's going on is being handled correctly by her counterpart. Mm. She can go to sleep peacefully knowing that everything is okay and being handled correctly because she has the faith in this.
I don't know.
That's what peace would be. I don't know. I ain't a woman, so I can't say that. This is my perception of peace. So women, put in the comments or comment on it. What is a woman's peace? And we want to hear from women, not from little girls, but we want to hear from women.
I think what they gonna say, they gonna say that. I think they're gonna say that. Oh, I just want to, what they say, fall in my feminine.
Oh yeah,
get out of survival
my soft
mode.
Girl era.
I just want a man to be faithful and do all such shit. Not many women.
I said peace, not a fairy tale.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Not many women I've seen that had a dude that was faithful to him, loved him. All that shit, took care of everything.
Yeah.
All of that shit. You know what she did?
What's that?
Cheated on him. She cheated on him, and on top of that, she left him. You know why? Because she ain't happy. She needs some excitement.
Yeah.
Bro, I think there's something psychologically wrong here. Mm-hmm. Nothing is ever enough for these motherfuckers.
Nope.
You could find, like I said, you could find a nigga to check 9 out of 10 boxes. And I've seen videos where women say that. Oh, did he do this? Did he do that? Did he do this? Did he?
Fine.
No, he was fine. I just wanted to find myself.
Yeah.
I just wanted to explore. I just wanted to be happy. I wasn't happy. I was miserable sitting at home, not having to work and getting all my bills paid and buying whatever I want and going wherever I want. I was miserable doing that.
But then they turn around and said that's the lifestyle that they want because that's the lifestyle that they're looking for.
They want that's what they cannot have.
Yeah, they're looking for it, so they do all these things so they ain't gotta work.
They want what they can't have. It don't matter how good of a dude you are. She wants something else. That's why we call it nagging. They pick the greatest day you having to start some bullshit. You know why? Because it's too good of a day.
Yeah.
They don't want to see you happy. You know how many times I've seen videos where women fuck up a dude PlayStation or have an issue with him playing the game, even though he just worked a 16-hour shift, whatever.
Yeah.
They don't care, bro. It's all about what makes them feel a certain way.
Man.
It's true narcissism.
Yeah. At its finest.
In the purest form, this is narcissism. If it ain't about me, fuck that.
Yeah. And turn
Kevin
around
Hart said it.
Yeah.
What Kevin Hart say? He said, a woman can hear you, can call you and see you out with your boys, and she hears fun going on in the background.
Yeah, she gonna find some way to fuck it
like,
up.
Hey, boy, you crazy, Hey, what's up, baby? You know what? Do you, boo-boo.
Yeah.
Do you.
To throw
That's
you off.
real shit. And everybody cracked up because they know it's the truth.
Yeah.
Just because this man having a good time.
And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send you that Rocco.
What?
I'm gonna do me. Cause fuck you at this point. You ain't finna steal my joy. You're not finna make me unhappy.
Just saying.
Cause you want to be unhappy. Bask in your own bullshit. Y'all niggas got to learn how to reverse that shit. Y'all got to reverse that narcissism and that, what do you call that when people try to
gaslighting?
Man, gaslighting or reverse, you know what I mean? Psychology.
Yeah.
Y'all got to learn how to combat that.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly. Learn not to give a fuck.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen before we get out of here. This is what's going to happen. Since this podcast has too much accountability and it's talking about reflecting too much, you know what they're going to do?
What's that?
I don't see anything he just put in my face. I'm going to step back, look around, try to see what I can find to say something about him. This nigga is a narcissist. He don't care about my feelings. Or this is what they're going to do. He hates women. He bashes women and make a big blanket statement about everything that was said, deaf to it, and it don't matter. Let's keep the cycle going because it don't fucking matter what these two niggas just said. That's what's going to happen.
That's crazy.
It don't matter how much you try to educate. It don't matter how many facts, how much logic you hit them with. It's all about how they feel about what you just said, and they're going to take it and they're going to run with it and make whatever the fuck they want to make out of it.
I say, if you feel some type of way and you can actually hold a conversation, not be emotionally charged, and not try to be defensive, come sit down with us and talk and
come on,
give us your point of view. I'm willing to listen. I'll sit back. I'll listen. I'll analyze, and I'm going to give my honest opinion. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you can ask us anything, and we're going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not to your liking, agree to disagree or find some way to combat it. Come with facts. Come with stats. You know what I'm saying? And we can all have a friendly discussion. You know what I'm saying? And we're not going to disrespect you or be disrespectful to you per se. But as far as culture and stuff like that, then we're going to say what we're going to say. If you take offense to it, then, you know, maybe you're part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? But, come on here and try to help be a part of the solution. You know what I mean? So we can actually forward progress, combat with us. You know what I'm saying? Actually have healthy debates, not just bashing and slandering us because you think we're coons or misogynists and these things, because that's not what it is. It's just us having the experience of dealing with women, mothers, aunties, you know, grandmas, aunts, uncles, all types of things. You know what I'm saying? All types of people, different walks of life, black, white, Latin, Asian, Caucasian, you know what I'm saying?
What the hell, my bad.
Oh no, you good. But I wanted to say this before we get off here. You know, everybody in our culture always say we too old for a lot of things. You too old to be doing this. You too be old to be saying that. You too old for this. And we too old. One thing that we are not too old to do is die.
Yeah.
You're never too old to die.
Right. Real shit.
Period.
I'm gonna leave it at that, but I want to tell you this post that I wrote. It says, if a white man holds black people accountable, he's a racist. If a black man holds white people accountable, he's a racist. If a man holds a woman accountable, he's misogynistic. If any person holds gay people accountable, he's gay. I said, we're cooked. Social media needs to be banned. And that's the way I see it.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. And I'm going to leave it at that, bro.
A lot of information on the intake. And it's like, and I agree with what you say. I concur. It's too much.
Yeah.
Too much is too much.
All right. This is Black Room Experience, man.